Annie, wake up. You're getting late for school. Annie, what's wrong? Why aren't you ready for school? Are you not going today? No, I'm not feeling well. What's wrong? You look pale. I think I have a fever. You do look unwell. Just rest today, sweetheart. If it gets worse, I'll book a doctor's appointment. Try to get some sleep. Annie's mother had no idea the girl lying in bed wasn't really her daughter, but an evil spirit pretending to be Annie. Are you feeling better now? A little. I'm not hungry though. As soon as Annie's parents went to bed that night, the creature pretending to be their daughter went hunting. Night after night, it roamed the dark streets in search of victims, then returned to Annie's cozy bed before dawn. The town quickly fell into panic. Brutal murders were happening nightly, but no one knew who or what was responsible. The peaceful town was now living in fear of a merciless killer. Even the authorities were baffled, unable to identify any suspects. No one could have imagined the innocent-looking teenager Annie was behind it all. Annie's parents began to notice her strange behavior. She wasn't as talkative as before and no longer shared her thoughts with her mum. She also completely lost her appetite. It's been 4 days since her fever started, and she's been acting so strange since then. Her mother said to her father, "I feel like she's not herself anymore. Let's take her to a psychiatrist if this continues." Her father replied. That night, Annie's mother had a disturbing dream. She heard Annie screaming, "Mom! Help me! I'm here! Please help!" She woke up with a jolt and rushed to Annie's room, but her bed was empty. Panicking, she searched the entire house but couldn't find her. Then she looked out the window into the garden and saw something horrifying. Annie, or what looked like her, was standing there in the darkness. Her mother quickly hid behind the door to see what was going on. When Annie returned inside, she went straight to the bathroom to take a shower. Annie's mother was terrified. "This isn't my daughter. My Annie would never behave like this," she thought. The next morning, Annie's mother decided to confront her. "Annie, your dad isn't feeling well. I need to go to the pharmacy for some medicine. It's late, so will you come with me for company?" "Sure," Annie replied. As they drove, Annie's mother said, "Your dad loves you so much. He was just telling me yesterday how much he misses your childhood. He still remembers the name of your favorite doll, Sarah. You never went to sleep without her." "Yes, I loved that doll. I always played with her," Annie replied. Her mother's heart sank. "That's not true," she said. "Annie never liked dolls. She never had one." The creature smirked. "So you figured it out." Annie's mother slammed on the brakes, jumped out of the car, and locked the creature inside. Grabbing a petrol canister from the trunk, she poured it over the car as the creature screamed, "Mom, I'm your daughter. Please open the door." "No, you're not," her mother replied. "My daughter is trapped in that abandoned house." Rushing back to the house with her husband, they broke inside and found Annie, weak and malnourished. She had survived 4 horrifying days with nothing but stale water from the tap. Annie's parents later learned the truth about the house from an old neighbor. Decades ago, it had been owned by a lonely old woman who was said to be a monster in disguise. At night, she hunted for human flesh, leaving the town in terror. When her crimes were discovered, the townspeople sealed her inside the house, hoping she would starve to death, but her evil spirit remained, waiting for someone new to possess. Grateful to have saved Annie, her family quickly packed up and left the cursed house for good. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and comment. Stay tuned for more spooky tales.